Buonasera a tutti and good evening everyone. My name is Pietro Pirani and I teach Italian in the program of Italian Studies in the Department of Modern Languages and Literature at the University of Western. On behalf of the program, I would like to welcome and thank you all for coming this evening to support the study of the Italian language and culture at Western, especially those who have come from out of town. Tonight we don't have only people from London, but we had people who came from Sarnia, Brantford, Guelph and Toronto. So we thank them all. Before getting things started, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to our sponsors. In particular, Oxford Dodge, Fiat of London, Southside Group, and London Honda. Without your generous contribution, this evening could not have been possible. When Pasquale and I, we are the couple, when Pasquale and I start planning this evening, we were confident that we were doing something important for the program and for the community. However, we have continued to be amazed by the support that we have received in the last few months. We are pleased to have with us this evening the Italian Consul General, Dr. Gianni Bardini, His Worship, the Mayor of London, Joe Fontana, Mr. Frank Angeletti, Chair of the Board of Governors of Western. Tonight, we also have the representatives from the federal, provincial, and municipal governments. Yes. So we have the Minister of Health, Deb Matthews, MPP, London North Centre. Mr. Khalil Ramal, MPP, Fanshawe. And we are very much appreciating your presence here this evening. Really, thank you for being here with us tonight. We would like also to thank the university community present tonight. The enthusiastic response from administrators, colleagues, and students across faculties and disciplines has reinforced for us that there is a love and interest for Italian language and culture that crosses boundaries. So thank you very much. And this is my last thank you. Finally, the most significant contribution to this evening has been made by Pasquale Palombo. Pasquale has worked for years in the London community to keep the Italian language and culture alive. This evening was his idea, and it has only come to fruition thanks to his passion and tireless efforts. Grazie mille, Pasquale, and thank you all. And now, I would like to introduce my DMC for the evening, Suzanne Tosic. Suzanne is a former student of Italian in our program, and currently she is a student of the Ivy School of Business, and she will be the MC for the evening. Thank you very much again for everything.
Buonasera e benvenuti. Welcome. I'd like to say a few words. Like Pietro said, 5 months ago when we started this project, we weren't too sure how much. I was pretty confident, but for Pietro it was the first experience. And when we start visiting all the politicians, the sponsors and so on, he said, oh, this is fun. And he has been an invaluable help. Without him, this thing wouldn't have happened. We are overwhelmed with the response. We are sold out and more. The people who have come here, they are just unbelievable, all very welcome people. And for the first time in this club, there has been people coming from academia. A few of you were able to listen to some artists, some people from the Faculty of Music from Western to perform for us in the other hall there. It is the first time, and those people, the Faculty of Music, they speak the universal language, which is the language of music. Tonight, that faculty is marrying with the language of the arts, which is Italian. That is only the beginning. Those people couldn't stay, unfortunately, but they promised that we'll come again. We'll have a wonderful night, one of these nights, an Italian night, with those wonderful people from the Faculty of Music at Western. It's only the beginning. It has been hard trying to put all these things together, but like Pietro said, thanks to the generosity, the incredible generosity of these sponsors and the people, the politicians who have showed up. Some unfortunately couldn't show up, and it is going to be a wonderful evening. There is a lot of food, and that's what Italians are best for. Great Italian food, a great sense of hospitality, which you'll be able to experience tonight. We are opening up this club, which is the oldest ethnic club in North America. 110 years it's been around, okay, to the community, and that's the message I will always try to give to the rest of the people in the Barconi Club. Open up and celebrate the different groups and the city as a whole, and these people will come and support and celebrate us as well. So it's only the beginning. Thank you immensely for being here tonight. Please have a great time. Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Allow me to start off in Italian, just 2 words, per ringraziarvi dell'invito di stasera. Io da tanto volevo venire a Londra, veramente un'esperienza splendida, sono contentissimo di esserci e volevo in primo luogo, sento l'obbligo di ringraziare voi per l'invito e di congratularvi per quello che avete fatto. L'edificio, il club dove ci troviamo stasera è l'espressione più evidente di quello che una collettività unita può fare. Insieme si possono fare grandissime cose che individualmente non si possono fare, che sono al di là dei propri mezzi e delle proprie capacità. Quindi è importante continuare a essere comunità, perché insieme si può sognare e si può costruire. Tengo anche a ringraziare tantissimo la persona che qui ci rappresenta con così tanta distinzione, il vice console Giacomelli Suri, che è qui presente con noi. La ringrazio perché è molto attiva e molto dedita alla comunità. I would like now just to switch to English, not to repeat everything I said before when I met with some of you, of course, but I really would like to emphasize, to stress 2 or 3 points. And one is that, the main one, that I'm so glad of being here this evening, because this evening is in fact, to me at least, unprecedented. It's the first time that a department, a section in this case, of Italian language meets, connects with the community, and that the community responds so enthusiastically, so wholeheartedly. Now, I believe that this is the future. I continue, and sometimes I realize that I probably bore people because I repeat the same, I try with different words, but anyway I repeat the same concept all over again. But I think that now the community is the right time to look forward. The community has done incredible things. The community has been such an incredible asset for the Italian community to get established and to get to the top in Canada. But now it's no longer the time of being defensive, of being protective. Now is the time for the community to project outside, to be a bridge between Italy and Canada. And the first thing the Italian community is, in my view, now called, expected to do, is to promote culture and education. This is the future. And it is important that the Italian community and people of the Canadian, of Italian descent, they don't get together just for the pleasure of getting together, but they continue to get together also to act together, to do things, to do and not only to be. And what is the mission for the future? Exactly this one, that is the Italian community, is the Canadian of Italian descent, let me rephrase it, are there as Italian, as Canadians, in order to do anything which is useful, to increase the relationship, or the wide spectrum of relationship between Italy and Canada, and by doing it, they're going to enrich Italy and they're going to enrich Canada. Now, culture is the real patrimony, it's the real asset that we have as Italians. And it is an immense treasure that has to continue to be exported to Canada, and it has to be done through the Italian community. Now, starting from where? Certainly from universities, because it is important that the department or the section of Italian Studies and Culture continue to survive for Canada and for your children, for your grandchildren. If they are going to the university, and if they are not obliged, of course, you cannot force them, but if they're interested, and many of them are, to rediscover their heritage, their roots, if the department, the section of Italian Studies, are there, they will have the opportunity of doing so. If they are not there, if they are dying, as it is happening in many places, I said before that the last casualty is the Italian department in Queen's University, which is about to close, because it has not received the support from the community. Now, I want to use this evening as a model to say that this is possible. It's possible that there is this connection. It is possible to hope that the Italian Studies University will get the support of the community. So this is why I'm so glad to be here, and this is why I want to congratulate you so much on this initiative, which is going to be really a turning point, I find, for our community. Thank you very much.
Buonasera a tutti, bienvenue a tout le monde, grazie tanto, benvenuti. I don't know why people say your worship. What I have found out in 90 days, nobody worships me at all. Sindaco. Now, Council General, you've convinced me. I will officially declare the second official language of London, Ontario to be Italian. You know, at one time when I moved here in 1970 from Timmins, Ontario, and I came to this club, and Pasquale's right, I mean, this club has an incredible history in not only Canada, but North America. And let's face it, Italians built this country. You know, we don't have to be too modest. If it wasn't for all of those Romans that came here way long ago, we'd still be riding in buggies, and we wouldn't have those great buildings that Vito builds, or the roads that we do, and so on. So let's not be embarrassed to say that if it wasn't for the Italians, London, Ontario, and Canada would be less than what it is. Right? But let me say, I mean, there's something happening in the world. Obviously, when the word fiat is back in Canada, you know that something's right with the world. Because the last time fiat was here must have been in the 1950s. So you see how things are progressing? It took some Italian to take over Chrysler to get back fiat back into North America. Anyways, we're here for a fantastic opportunity to do a number of things, and I would agree totally that our culture and our language is very, very important to us. We know that from where we are and where we came from. But what's more important is that we have an opportunity, and there's more Italians that live outside of Italy than do inside of Italy. And I remember when the president of Italy wanted to give me a special honor and a special medal for being somewhat of a significant Calabrese. And he brought me to Calabria and he said, Joe, we want to give you a medal because you have contributed much to Italy. And I said, yeah, but I was only 4 years old. So I'm not sure what I contributed, except that I'm so proud of my culture and where I came from. But you know, Mr. President, there was about 5,000 people there. But 1,000 of them were my family, and 1,000 of them were from the small little town that I was born. And I said to the president, I said, look, the Roman Empire was built way back when we decided to send Italians all over the world. And we populated the world, and we shared our culture and our language with every part of the world. And that's how the Roman Empire was built. So let's do it all over again so we can take over the world. And 5,000 people jumped up and said, aha, hail Caesar. For the university in the city of London, the university is an incredible organization in our city. And I know the new president and the chairman of the board, Frank Angeletti, have decided that they're going to internationalize their university. And very, very much like Fanshawe. The City of London wants to also internationalize our city. We are the most, and one of the most multicultural cities in the country, and we will be. And the Italians have, in fact, led the way many, many, many years ago, as Pasquale has indicated. This is an incredible opportunity to share not only our language and our culture, but to build an incredible community that reaches out to a number of people. And the Italians, because I think Pasquale had mentioned that we have sort of integrated into the political life, into the business life, into the academic life, into the social fabric of not only the city, but this country. There are those who now come to our country that look to us to show them the way of how one can essentially be very, very important to a community. So again, I am very, very proud of my heritage. I know that what you've done tonight, in fact, is a long time in coming. I want to thank you, Pasquale, and every one of you for coming here, because it is those bridges that we have to build between ourselves, between a great institution like Western, a great city like London, and again, it's about sharing our personal experiences. Because if we understand one another, if we respect one another, with that respect and understanding comes a better world that we can build together. So grazie tanto a tutti. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.